Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, please continue to pray for me by leaving dislikes on my video. Today I'm going to interview with a number of art galleries, see if they'll consign my art, and it's always good. I always get a lot of inspiration, even if they don't accept it. There's usually a lot of discussion. I get some inspirations on what to do next. But I notice another coincidence with astrology today. I shouldn't say coincidence, but another parallel to the past, and it's getting me excited because last time it played out really well. You see, back in the spring of 2010, Jupiter and Uranus were coming close to conjunction, just like they are right now. I was working on my PhD, and I had a lot of turbulence in my life. I had just started dating, if you can believe it, and I got myself into a desperate relationship where I got badly hurt. And the reason I was desperate was because I was working on my PhD, and a lot of people didn't accept you for who you are. I had a lot of classmates who were several years into a committed relationship, at least, right? Some of them were married. And I was a teaching assistant for a class, and most of my students were at least experimenting, right? And so I didn't feel like I fit in. And the other reason I got desperate was because I was a big fan of Carrie Underwood and Polish Idol Season 1 winner Alicia Janazi. Go look her up, you probably don't know her. And the two of them both got married in summer of 2010. There were a lot of discussions just before they were married, so I got jealous of that. Oh, not jealous, but I felt like I was falling behind, right? Imagine you look at your cohort and you're not doing something that they're all doing, right? You just kind of feel like you're left out, right? And so I got desperate, and long story short, I got taken for a ride. I broke up with the girl just around the time of the conjunction. I didn't realize there was a conjunction back then. I really didn't follow astrology, which is what makes this even more proof that something is going on. During the time I was with the girl, I got deathly ill because I was spending all my money on her. I was eating fish out of Lake Ontario, and a combination of heavy metal toxicity and perhaps some virus that I caught from eating all that stuff. And I got deathly ill toward the end of my time with her. You know what was really funny? I was working on my PhD. I fell behind in my studies. But as soon as my PhD advisor realized, and as soon as most of my peers realized that it was over a girl, it was a lot more excusable, and I was able to rebound from that, right? If I had fallen behind for other reasons, like, for example, got involved in a hobby or some other non-relatable reason, right? I don't think I would have been kicked out of school. I cannot imagine falling as behind as I was back then, but with something else, right? With stargazing, with making bismuth crystals, with anything, eating disorders, right? Anything else, right? Actually, I've lost many jobs over eating disorders, and but I've never lost a job over heartbreak and the falling behind that often accompanies it, right? It's just a double standard, in my opinion. Anyway, so I got really sick when I was with her. I broke up, and I had the best time of my life the day I broke up. I've talked extensively about that day. Now fast forward 13 and a half years later, we're once again coming back to a conjunction season, and once again I'm recovering from long COVID, and once again I'm slightly desperate, not as desperate as I was back then. What had happened was, I have a good relationship with myself, don't get me wrong, but there is one thing that it doesn't satisfy. So I was watching the Super Bowl. It was one of the, I think it was the number one watched televised event in history. And I got jealous of this one player who had his girlfriend in the stands cheering him on. And it hit me it would be nice to have somebody cheer me on when I'm making bismuth art, when I'm writing a computer game for the Computer Olympiad, with other things, right? And but then I'm also a big fan of Kelly Clarkson, and I like how she's thriving with her quote-unquote second marriage. So I can't decide which direction to go at the moment. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of both, which is also killing me because it's taxing me with trying to do both, right? And contributing to I don't know if all the stresses of late have contributed to my long COVID going on longer than it has to, right? So you can see a lot of parallels, right? It's just weird. I can't believe how this conjunction season paralleled the last one so distinctly, right? You got the illnesses, the following a celebrity getting married and being desperate from it. You have the heavy metal toxicity. Last time it was because I ate fish out of Lake Ontario. This time it's because I'm working with metals, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.